Oh, shut.
Welcome to the Sage Stage. I'm Chandra Pepper.
I'm Jane Watson.
And another lovely episode of us just speaking our truth.
Shooting the shit.
Talking about jobs that have done us wrong.
We swear a lot in this one. Just be ready.
Lots of swearing. Enjoy! Hey guys! We're so tired.
Oh my God.
We had preview last night.
Yes, show opens tonight. I can't believe we're actually doing this on opening night. What the fuck were we thinking?
I know, this is why I look
Why
like
did
this.
We skip today. This is opening night.
I know.
What the fuck?
Because we're dedicated.
Oh my God, we're
so
dumb.
dedicated. Just talking to the microphone and say
Dedicated. Oh my
Dedicated.
God, I'm sorry. And we still haven't figured these out. So
yeah,
bear with us.
Nothing's working today.
The TV's going to turn off.
And hey, Jane, that's kind of, actually, all jokes aside, nothing's working today, which we laugh and say maybe we shouldn't be recording today. But we were talking earlier about jobs that don't work out or that stabbed us in the back or
broke our hearts a little bit. But we're necessary
but
for
going
us to
back,
growth.
yes, there's what we learned from it, what the jobs taught us, like skills from each job, or that whole,
maybe the resilience that we got from coping with that.
Yeah, and also the whole, it's so trite. Well, one door closes, another one opens, which I hate that saying, but it's kind of
after 50 plus years, you can look back and go, yeah, that was heartbreaking. But
in the moment, it fucking sucks.
Fucking sucks so hard. And I mean,
that's what I'm telling my daughter now, who's looking for work. If anyone's in the agriculture industry, she's very, she's very good. Very responsible, independent worker, farm manager. She loves animals.
So good with animals.
But she can't find work. Like she can't even get retail
right now
work.
Is hard.
And she's doing interviews and it's so soul crushing. And I'm like, it's so hard.
I feel really bad for young people right now trying to find a job. It's brutal. And you know what? The funny thing was, I love you too.
Let's just touch each other.
Okay. Let's just do that. Touch each other. Because we've both been through it. Like, I think, I mean, you know what? I never had the difficulty of finding a job. There was always lots of garbage jobs for me to get.
Yes. When we were young, you could always find a job, whether you wanted to or not.
Sometimes they were really crappy.
And we had some crappy jobs.
Yeah, but the crappy jobs I didn't mind because I knew they were crappy and I knew they were temporary. The ones that really did me in, where it was like, oh, this is going to be my career. This is going to be my job.
Or this is going to be something that's going to propel me farther.
Forward, exactly. And here we are in our mid-50s going, what are we?
And
how did we end up here?
And can I say, we were talking about it earlier, and I'm just realizing it all comes from, and I think we talked about this before, people's insecurities and egos. Mm-hmm. When we got screwed over, I know when I got screwed over, it wasn't because of my performance or my work. It was more of because of what their agenda, and not even like, I'm not saying I have to get every job I apply for. I don't think that.
Right.
But the ones that where wait a second, you picked that person over me, and I don't know, maybe they had I'm going to try and be nice. Maybe they had their legit reasons, or maybe it was finances, but tell me, don't just go, oh, we went a different direction, or, oh, I'm like, whatever.
But the thing is, this goes back to one of the things in the pivot year is that I can't live in other people's heads. I can't know or understand or appreciate why people make the choices they do, because from my side of the table, they look like bullshit, stupid choices. I definitely had that experience.
And you know what? They were stupid bullshit choices because we're amazing. Fuck them all.
Like, why the fuck wouldn't you want to be
my God, we're going to be sweary today, ladies.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's what happens when we get stressed. We swear even more. But I had one job in particular like years ago. And I have my teacher's certificate, which I got initially because I was, as an actress, I was like, I liked the idea of being able to do supply teaching in between acting gigs, but I never got enough acting gigs. So I was like,
and you're becoming a teacher. Well, that's what happens. So, I get it.
And then I had kids, and then we left Toronto because being in Toronto with kids was just like,
I can't imagine. I really can't imagine.
Our logic for leaving Toronto was that we both wanted to be in Toronto initially because John was in Beauty and the Beast, and he had a gig there, and we were like, okay,
because he was Gaston.
He was understudy for Gaston.
Understudy for Gaston.
Yeah. But he did get to go on, and he was perfect for it.
He's so
the
Gaston.
cleft in his chin, right?
And his
Honestly.
dark hair, and he was
oh my God. No, he was great
tall.
as Gaston. It was like totally
I can
perfect part for him.
Totally see that.
Yeah. And he was understudy for Beast. So he had a good job. And so we were like, okay, let's be in
He was
Toronto.
understudy for both of them?
Yeah.
Wow, good for him.
First understudy for Gaston and second understudy for Beast. And then he had a regular track as a
chorus or
chorus
something.
guy. Yeah. He was an egg beater in the big beer guest number. He was an egg beater.
I love
my
the music
God,
in Beauty and the
such a
Beast.
great
I
show.
remember I was in theater school when that movie came out. Was I? Yeah. I was at Sheridan College for musical theater when that movie came out, and a bunch of my friends went and saw it. I think I was doing a rehearsal for a show.
Wait. You were at Sheridan College for musical theater?
Yeah.
Because that's like the go-to place for musical theater. Like it's the big,
Yeah.
Wow.
I went there.
Wow.
I went there.
Impressive.
And we
It was anyway. I don't know if it is.
I don't know if it is now, but it was. Yeah, for sure it was. Some people, and they came, I know, I love it. And they came, friends came and they went, oh my God, Shadow, you have to watch the movie. Because, we all watch Disney movies. And I went, and they're laughing like, wait till you see it. There's a part that's you. And
I already know.
And I went, oh, okay. I'm like laughing, haha. And I turned and I went, oh, those fucking assholes. It was the sisters, the threesome.
No, I didn't think that at all. You know what I thought?
Who'd you think?
Of the duster who was the love interest of the guy with the candlesticks.
No. When I was 20
she was
something.
very sexy and she was
Yes,
very
that would
franche
be. Yeah, no. Back then, it was the ones who were following Gaston around.
They thought that? They were your friends?
Well, that's Jane. When I was younger, when I was quite younger, I don't know if anyone could tell. I got cast as the dumb blonde many, many times.
See, and this is where some of our issues arise. Right?
But you know what? I understood, but I was never upset by it because I know why I played it so well. Not because I was a dumb blonde, because I didn't play it as. I never played them as a dumb blonde. I played them as people,
of course,
who were just extremely innocent.
Okay, but
and naive.
Sure.
Which I kind of was at the time.
Sure, but do you not think getting cast as a dumb blonde did a bit of a number on your I'm not smart?
Oh, you're going to bring that up in front of everyone right now?
I thought we did already.
No, I think that was around your kitchen counter.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
But that's okay. Yes, I have a thing about being not smart.
Well, and
it's true. It is.
And so I'm wondering whether or not that because there's the like I also have that. Like, let's be honest, I had the same thing.
Oh, please.
Are you kidding me?
You're brilliant.
My sister's a doctor. My younger sister is like a major CEO of a hospital, or she's a director of a hospital. Like, my brother is like a teacher that who's like also a biz snob. I'm not in my family. I'm not the smart one, and I know it. And I was like the artsy, like, yeah, no, it definitely got.
I think about my family. I'm like, and I was like, would be the smart one.
My younger sister like graduated fast. Like she graduated high school at the same time as me because she was so much smarter.
How?
Like,
really?
She's a year and a half younger than me, and she graduated at the same time. She fast tracked through.
Yeah, that's.
And my
that would cause you.
So there's two sisters. There's me and Laura, and we were the artsy ones, and we were both like, okay.
Wow.
But my point is that it doesn't you can be anybody and not think you're very smart.
Well, true. I mean, yes, you could. Anyone can think they're not smart.
I felt like for a long time. I think that's why I ended up in business. I was desperately trying to prove that I am smart and I'm good enough, that I'm capable.
But you know what? But that's the difference, because you went out and went like, F you, I'll prove to you that I'm just as good. I did.
It didn't work though.
You know what? I'll just sit here and be dumb like everyone thinks I am.
But honestly.
But I've had so many times in my life where people are just amazed that something smart came out of my mouth. Like can you write this for this grant? I'm like, yeah. Wow, Chandra, that was really good. I'm like, I'm not just because I dance around like
this is it,
carefree and joyous, and I make jokes all the time.
Right,
I'm not an idiot.
Associate people who are joyful, full of energy, and like not being
and
smart,
creative,
they're not as serious. And if you're a creative, unless you're like
a fun creative, unless you're one of those like angsty creatives,
right, exactly,
like,
then you're not
suffering for my art. I'm not going to suffer for my art.
No,
then it's not
that.
fun.
Well, also,
and that's one of the reasons I didn't push for. I didn't push so much to do the professional. Like, then I went after music theater. I went into early childhood education because I was watching all my friends, and I'm like, I don't want to get into that backstabby push, like look at me and audition and all that. And I'm like, it's not fun anymore.
No.
Like I want my art to be fun.
You're a joy-filled person. And we associate people who are naturally joyful, because I think in my
stupid.
We do. We do.
And maybe that's why people would always assume I'm stupid.
Underestimate you.
And that just fed into my feelings of
exactly.
Of that.
And you're in good company. And it's a sad state of affairs that when we associate
Cheers for
people,
feeling
I'm with you, babe.
Yeah.
No,
but we're really smart.
We are.
So smart.
But I'm also recognizing that I'm not smart in the way that I was rewarded for being smart in school. I mean, I did okay.
Right.
But I never was like that a top tier, right? And I always went, I guess I'm just not.
Yeah, in high school, I wasn't like, I would make the honor roll, but I wasn't like
I don't even know if I made the honor roll. See?
In high school, I think for most grades, grade 12 or 13, I didn't, because that's when I got a boyfriend and we skipped to have sex in his dark room. Sorry, Mom. You probably knew.
I did that too.
Well, because we had a double, we had lunch and another spare, and then we'd have one more class, and half the time we just never went to that last class. I think it was French.
Oh my God! Well, there you were being better French.
That's why I should have, because now I'm with Rich, who is bilingual. I'm sorry, honey. Oh, you didn't hear this. That I was having sex with my high school boyfriend instead of learning French.
I had a grade 13. I had a boyfriend, and he was in a band, and he had a rehearsal hall that was a sub basement. So three
an artist.
sets.
Mine was a photographer. He had his own dark room in high school. Like
Right,
he was doing
dark room or rehearsal hall.
Yeah.
And,
Great places for sex.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But
So
it was
great.
like 3 sets of flights down of this tiny little place on King Street downtown, and it was like an escape. It was dingy as hell. When I look back on it, I go, ugh.
Ew, the germs.
Ugh. Yeah. But
Wait, have you ever had sex in the bathroom?
Yeah, of course.
In a public washroom?
No, did I?
That's what I mean. A bathroom for sure, but a public bathroom, I don't. I would feel bad for people waiting in line, and then
I fooled around,
the germs.
but I didn't.
Yeah, the
I
germs.
didn't do the full thing, the full Monty. I did on a plane.
You're Mile High Club.
Yeah.
How the hell? I get in those toilets and go, how do
No, it
people
wasn't
do
even
that?
the toilet.
Oh, right. You told me it was in the. It was in the actual plane.
Nearly empty plane. So long haul, nearly empty plane.
You know, half the people there were listening, and
we were very quiet, and most people were sleeping. And if they were listening, well, so what? They got a cheap.
No, that's what I'm saying. They were like spank bank material.
I've never heard that term, spank bank.
Oh my God, you've never heard spank bank?
That's fucking awesome. Spank bank.
You just go, that's going in the spank bank. That's going in the spank bank.
Oh my God, I love that.
I think mostly for men, but I mean,
Spank bank.
I don't know, because I don't know if women have
Oh my
a spank
God, we're
bank.
foul today. I love it.
I don't. Oh, yeah, what were we supposed to talk about? Jobs. Jobs that screwed us over.
This is so responsible.
Maybe it was the jobs that screwed us over that made us think about screwing.
Maybe no. I and well also I like the jobs that I didn't get that I thought I was going to be getting is also really fed into my insecurity about being smart and capable.
100%. Yes.
You know, and I had a job at a high school.
I don't think anyone who doesn't, like, I think that feeds into everyone.
I know. So imagine what it's like for young people right now when they're trying to get a job, and it's like rejection. And even just getting an interview, because everything is scanned. And if you don't have the right keywords on your resume, you're not even getting past the computer. Like,
right?
Gross. I'm just like.
And then they get stuck in this using AI, which I think is a great tool. But if you just use AI, like Louise was talking about when she's getting resumes, you're like, you didn't even put any thought into this. Like, instead of using it as an editor's tool or a starting point.
Yeah.
Because I know cover letters. I hated writing cover letters. They're so hard.
Oh my God. They're
to make them interesting and stuff. So I get to.
Do people read cover letters?
You know what? When I was hiring for my summer program in Alliston, I would hire 4 staff every summer, and I did read the cover letters because resumes are resumes. I'm like, I wanted, but back then I wanted to give me a sense of who you are, because I can look at a resume and go, oh, you did that, that's great. I'm not going to interview everyone, so the cover letter was important to me, but because it was more of an artistic position, so I wanted to know who they were, not just their qualifications.
Yeah.
or lack of.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, honestly, I'm a big believer that the right person in the right job, it doesn't matter what you have on your resume. It's like you can be great at something and not have the training for it, you know?
And that's the other thing. Like now it's all about the piece of paper. And I'm like, I don't care if you graduated. This person who doesn't have a piece of paper has so much more life experience and is going to be fantastic at it.
At the job.
But then they are not allowed to have the job because they don't have that little piece of paper.
I know.
Is, I don't know. I get it. Like, I mean, look at a doctor.
Sure,
you graduate. No, but listen, yes, you need a piece of paper. But are you a doctor that graduated at 60%? Are you a doctor that graduated at 90%?
They never look.
You're just a doctor. So
yeah.
I've had many doctors, I think, that graduated at 60%.
Oh, well, seriously, the thing that bothers me, but that I see with the medical field is that there's no training for actually how to deal with people. Or if there is, it's very scant. Like bedside manner, how to deal with, someone who's, because yes, you have to, if you've got someone who's got real mental health issues, you're going to refer them to a psychiatrist. But a lot of people fall in that gray area where they need compassion.
They just need someone to listen to them.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't
necessarily need or have the money to go.
Or they don't have the skill.
Yeah.
Because they're not getting naturally taught. And frankly, the people that are attracted to medicine aren't necessarily intuitive people.
I'm going to say, let's do that.
There's many people for whom they are intuitive and they're great doctors.
Yes.
But
I have had some great doctors in my life.
And I'm not good at math and science who can get into medical school.
But let's talk drama teachers. Like someone who I graduated and I'm a drama teacher. I've never been in theater, but I did it in the university because I was going to be a drama teacher.
Oh, I see.
So versus the drama teacher who maybe has 15 years of in the biz work and then goes, I want to be a teacher, but they can't be a teacher because they don't have the piece of paper.
Well, that's you in a nutshell. Like you would be a great high school drama teacher or college
I would get
level
fired.
Drama teacher.
I would do college. I'd get fired in a high school.
I always said that to my students in college. I said, part of the reason why I left college, I was like, well, I either leave or I get fired. Because I was actually on the last year I was there, I was kind of citing the students to challenge the administration because I thought they were getting screwed over so badly. So I was like, if I was you, I would be I'd be writing letters. I'd be like, they would sell parking for all the students and they'd oversell it. And so I'd have students walking into my class 20 minutes late going, I couldn't find parking. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, yeah, no, I paid for parking. There's not a single spot available. I'm like, that's
no,
robbery.
I know. I mean, and that's,
anyways, I was like, I'm going to get fired. It's one of these days I'm just going to get fired. So I was like,
well, you know why I would get fired was because I would be like, no, you need to fail. I would also get fired, but like, no, you need to have accountability. No, I'm not going to let you do that.
They won't fail you for that. They won't fire you for that. They actually
high school.
High school, yes.
I couldn't do high school because I believe people should be respectful. And sadly, and this is an overgeneralized statement, but we're not, there's no accountability. I'm hoping it's changing. I haven't been in the school system for a while and my kids are out of it. But in the high school, like I'm hoping there's accountability.
I think it's coming back, but it's slow. It's slow.
Because I think they're realizing you are failing these kids because when they get to university or when they get into
some of them
the work, like actual workforce, they don't understand how to handle criticism and what do you mean I failed? Or what do you mean I didn't do a good job?
What do you mean you're firing me for not showing up 3 days on time?
Yeah. Like, hello, I needed, what do you mean I have to actually work 8 hours?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of that for sure. Not all of them. We're overgeneralizing a bit. But overgeneralizing. But I can say, having been in business for 10 years, that I did experience that. There was a fragility of some people when they came in for early jobs and they were finding it that they just couldn't cope with stress. Now, mind you, my job, my company by the end was pretty stressful because there was, conflict, which is part of the reason why I'm not in it now. So I don't entirely blame the staff if they felt it's stressful because I'm like, it's kind of like running a business.
Some jobs are stressful.
Running a business is like a family. If mom and dad are fighting, then it's stressful for the kids, right? And it's the same thing in business.
Yeah.
If management is not getting along, it's stressful for the employees.
100%.
But I would go back to like my job that I thought I was going to get, that I didn't get. And in hindsight, it was a good thing because we're talking about high school and how we couldn't do it. And I probably would have found myself in a lot of hot water. But I had a job where I was doing a long-term occasional position at a local high school here. And the position I was doing, I had to come in for a teacher who was leaving due to medical health reasons. And I came in and the classes were chaos. They were They were not in a good place.
Yeah.
And I had them going pretty well. Things were like, the students were happy. They were learning their stuff. I'd been there for a couple of months, and then the job came open. I had to interview for the job I was doing. And I interviewed for it while I was still like in the thick of trying to get these classes through to the end of the term, because when I came in, there was a lot of curriculum that hadn't been taught yet. Anyways, long story short, I did not get the job. For the job I was doing, I thought very well, and the students seemed to really appreciate, and my colleagues at the school seemed to appreciate. I did not get it because I couldn't answer a very specific question about curriculum, specifically like, what's up page 32 of the new curriculum? What's the new big idea? And I'd graduated years before. I hadn't looked at I was like, are you fucking
I don't know
kidding
any
me?
teacher that would be able to go on page 32,
Well, the
paragraph
teachers that
A.
graduated that year had been trained to say, hey, you're likely to get asked these questions in the interview. I didn't have that.
I think that's unfair.
So it was such a bullshit situation. So they hired a student who's right out of school, as opposed to me, who had at that
so
point,
much experience,
12, 15 years experience, and on the job
in the class.
That was the only time I felt like I got.
You really got shafted. Like you went, I don't understand.
And it was painful.
Yeah.
Like I completely, my whole self-esteem just went into the toilet for quite a while, because I was like, I thought I was a good teacher.
I've had that happen.
I thought I was a good teacher,
times,
and you're telling me I'm not capable of doing the job I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
Like, you're giving it to someone who has zero. And that's the other thing. They hired someone with zero experience.
Yeah.
And I went, are you? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it really undid me in the moment. It still kind of hurts me when I think about it.
Yeah,
but
of course.
it was a huge favor in retrospect, a huge favor. Because
Yes.
I don't think I would have ultimately been happy down that path.
Yeah.
And I probably would have been there still. I probably would have gone,
and
security
we wouldn't
benefits,
have met, and
we
my
wouldn't have
God,
met,
and this
exactly.
wouldn't be happening. But I've had
doing
that
all kinds of cool
times,
things.
3 times in my life where I have honestly been either stabbed in the back, passed over, and just blindsided, going, wait, what? I'm doing the job, and there was one time I'm doing the job, and without knowledge, they offered, and I'm like, why?
They offered what?
They opened a position, and I wasn't told about this interview, and all of a sudden this person got hired, and I'm like,
wait, they didn't tell you the job was opening and there was an interview?
No, that they were starting a new position, and they're like, well, no, you can still do your job, and I'm like, but I have been doing both. There was a time I was passed over as a supervisor position. There was a time I was working at a place that the owner just decided to the customer's always right. And basically, yeah, there's been times, I don't want to say things, so I don't want to throw people under the bus, but those are the times, but every single time, if I look back, where would I be if I had stayed there? And that's what I mean. Like, it hurt, and it was terrible. And those jobs were all great because all the skills I've had in all those jobs, I now have morphed into the career. Do I have a career?
You do.
But into
we are going to have a career.
We're going to have a career,
podcasters.
Yes,
we're just going to figure it out because we're bringing all of this shit with us.
But I mean, all the stuff that I've learned, I use in all my theater training, in my meditation, like how to retreat work, I can build programs, I can decorate sets, I can lead, direct, teach, like
teams
all that,
and so many things.
So all that happened because I had all those jobs, and had I stayed at one of those jobs, I wouldn't have had maybe the other.
This is it. Like, the breadth of experience we've had from being actually denied entrance into something that we thought was going to give us some security, some longevity, some predictability to our lives.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it didn't happen because neither of us are in jobs that have given us any security.
And that's the other reason why I don't want to, like, I fight against going to get a job and working for someone else. Like, my property management job is great because I work by myself. I do have a boss. I have 2 bosses. I have the full-time property management guy, who's absolutely lovely. And I have the people who own the property, also absolutely lovely. Hardly any contact.
Right.
And
so it's like
if they don't like it, if they're upset, they're upset with me, and I can handle it because I'm accountable. I don't have to worry about anybody else.
Right.
Right. It's just me. If they're not happy, I'm like, yeah, that's my bad. I'm sorry. And I'll always say, oh, sorry. Yes, I didn't realize, whatever. It doesn't happen. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I know whatever's happening where I'm working, it's a part-time job. It's my responsibility. I know what I'm doing. No one's going to stab me in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
No, that's it for me. It's like, I need to know, this is what I was kind of ranting about last time. It's like, I need to be in a position where things that I'm responsible for like are on me.
Yes.
Right. I don't know if I don't play nice. I don't play nice in teams anymore, or being like someone else calling the shot and saying, no, do it this way. And I'm like,
you do play well in teams because you could be in a cast in a show.
Sure.
That's a team. 100%. I can't. Like, I'm a director.
But you also are great in a cast.
Yeah. So but
it's theater.
But you're a
different.
strong. No, it isn't. It isn't. Think of it as a job. When you're in a job and you've got all your castmates, people in your other cubicles or wherever you're working, I don't know how it works. And then you have the director who's the boss. If you have a strong director or a strong boss, you can play well.
Yeah.
Because you're
comfortable. It's all about the context you set.
Yes.
Like, that's my thing when I direct.
If you 100%, if you weren't a strong director, I know I would have been making suggestions. I don't when I have a strong director, because I'm like, I trust that you're going to follow. If I have a director who's just like, I don't know, maybe you go over here, you go over there. And I'm like, well, you know what I was thinking? And you can tell me if I'm wrong. You would do that too.
I'm also, like, as a director, I'm also really love feedback.
Oh,
like,
me too. Yeah, and I do. Like, we say,
bring me stuff. Can
I try that?
Yeah.
But if it's
not feeling right, it's also your job as the actor to go.
I've been in shows where the director is weak, and I will say, watching another scene go, and they're all floundering, and I'm like, I don't know. Rich hates when I say that. I don't really know, because he's like, I know you're going to come. He goes, because you're going to be right. And I'm like, well, I don't want to impose my will, because it's not my spot. But I will say, hey, just from sitting back here, would it make sense? And I don't get upset if they say no.
Right.
And I try not to overimpose, but with you, I just sit back and go, yeah, that's fine. And then if I see something, I'm like,
if you see something, what?
No, but I don't see anything. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, when you're directing, I'm like, I could just sit back and enjoy.
Okay if you do. Because,
and I think I have one time, and you went, oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah. I can't remember. It was something stupid about it. Something was flying all over the place. I don't even remember. Because I don't watch all the rehearsals.
No, well, I wouldn't either. No.
But yeah, it was.
No, and it's the thing too, is like, ultimately, and and I've had I think almost every person, make a suggestion about how to do something differently, and I will entertain all of them, because I'm like, I only have one set of eyes,
right?
And I do think that's what a good director does. It's like,
exactly,
but it's how and when. Never choose an actor, direct another actor. You talk to me,
right?
Because I'm the boss. I think that's the thing. I need to be the boss,
and that's what a good boss should
I'm
be.
The boss, but when I'm not the boss, I need someone who's really got the reins. Which is part of the reason why I don't think I've been on stage in a while, because I'm like, I need to know.
I was talking to Paul about that, because I said,
I need to know a director's really got the reins.
Yeah, he was talking about, I like to do shows. I won't. He's starting to get picky.
Yeah,
I only want to do good shows. And I said, you know what? I'm not even about good shows. Yes, I am. But
yes, you are.
If it's not a good, but this is a good show. If you weren't directing, I wouldn't have been in it, because I don't know if I could trust the other director.
It's a tough.
And but if I don't know the director, like,
I
want to know the director.
Well, you think about how much volunteer time and energy goes into something like this. You kind of go,
God.
I need to know that my time's not going to be for naught.
Wasted. Yeah. Oh, if I'm getting paid, and when I'm getting paid, I'm like, well, I'm getting paid. If I'm not getting paid, I'm like,
yeah, our time's precious.
Okay.
Life's time is precious.
Yeah.
We're here for a short time. And I think that's the other thing I was getting to, is that I'm really at that point in my life where I'm going, because I have to really, like, I'm not where I thought I would be,
right,
career wise, and I'm not
either
as an actress.
What did you think you were going to be when you were like 18, 19? What did you think you were going to be when you grew up? Where do you think your life would be right now?
I didn't. Obviously, I wanted to be an actress. Like that was where I put all my energy and time. I wanted to be in film and TV and theater. I never wanted
to do film and TV.
I only wanted to film and TV because I knew that I wouldn't be enough work just as a theater performer. So I knew it was going to be both, you know. And truth be told, I mean, I've made more money in film and TV than I've ever made in theater.
Well, I suppose, yes.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, and it's for bullshit commercials and stuff, right? Where back in the day you could make money. So I wanted to be a full-time actress. I put a lot of eggs in that basket, and
I just wanted to be a working actress. I never wanted to be famous.
I wasn't. Yeah, I would.
I mean, sure, I wasn't going to say no, but that was never my goal to be. I want to be famous. I wanted to be a
It's really
working
good
actress.
that I didn't become famous when I was younger. I think it would have messed me up.
I'm ready for it now. Let's be famous.
Yeah, let's be famous.
Let's be famous. Cheers.
And the thing is, it's interesting because I don't mind. It seems to me that I don't seem to mind exposing who I am here, which is a little weird, to be honest, because theater and acting, it's like, I was always like, it's a persona. It's somebody else.
Oh yeah, it's
like,
me.
I
don't
can
even
pull
think
bits of
it.
myself.
I won't watch myself.
No,
because I'll pick myself. Like if I watched, I'd pick I'm like, oh, my belly's showing in this dress, or oh, look at that, my double chin, my crepey neck. Like I know exactly what I'd be picking apart if I saw a recording of this. But in the moment, I'm like, I don't care how I look. I'll flail myself all over.
Yep.
Like I don't care how ridiculous it is because it's not me.
Right. Exactly. You get to hide behind a character, but this isn't. We're not hiding here.
Well, yes, we are. We're in the safety of your living room.
Sure, but we're also putting this out to
I don't think of that.
anyone who watched. I don't really. And
I don't.
Even when I think about it, I'm like, there's I have a flash moment of like, oh my God, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Oh my God. And then I go, fuck it. I don't want to die having gone, you played it safe, Jane. Like, I'm just done playing it safe.
I'm done.
And if me saying something is upsetting or hurting somebody, and I did it by accident, because God knows I would never do that on purpose, then okay, I'll deal with it. But I don't want to, I don't want to be like, I don't want to hide anymore.
We're not hiding.
We're not.
And trying to get back to what this is about jobs, like those jobs would have just kept us hidden.
I think so.
They would have kept us hidden. All of them would have kept me more sedentary, under someone else's wing.
I would have gotten very comfortable with a predictable paycheck and a predictable, life. I would have gotten very comfortable. And ultimately, I think it would have been to my detriment. This is scary, but it's also like, I know if we keep going, however, whatever, if it's this or whatever other creative venture we're on, I will not die regretful that I didn't take wild shots and wild
What do you
chances.
have? There's one more. There's a couple things I need to do before I die. I need to write a book.
Yeah.
And I really, really want to do a one-woman show. I think those are I'm announcing it. I don't know when they're going to happen. Do you want some water?
Yeah.
But that's what I want to do. Like, those are the things that are still in me.
Oh, that's a really good another podcast is like, what are the 7 regrets of the dying, right? And I don't
7 regrets.
Yeah, there's 7 regrets. I don't know if I can name them all, but I had it on my fridge for the longest time because I was like, this is a way to reverse engineer my life. So when I have
that's
to
a
go,
great idea.
That I have
When
no
I have
regret.
to go.
When I have to go. I know I'm not going. What is that phrase? Lightly into that good night.
I'm not going gently into the night or something.
Yeah, I'm not going gently into that good night. And it's not that I'm gonna try and look like I'm 20 till I'm 80, but I don't want to get slow and careful and overly cautious because
I wonder what's the other saying? There's gently into the night or good night, but then there's I want it with tires screeching, brakes like that, like sliding halfway. That's
sliding into the home base, right?
Like
exactly.
Crashing. I want to crash into that wall.
I don't want to teeter into it. I want to go full throttle from here out.
I don't want to get panicky and
I don't want to get precious.
And I can't do that. I mean, my body's going to say I can't do that. I get that, but
I
don't want to be scared.
That's it. I don't want to be scared of falling. I don't want to be scared of doing stuff because I'm not strong. That's the only reason I'm going to work out is so I can get strong. You heard me,
because
say
we're
it. I'm
losing
going to
weight.
start working out.
We are going to start working. We are going to start working out.
But I don't want to. Yeah. So one of the regrets is I wished I'd given myself permission to be happy. I wished I'd given myself permission.
Oh, that's a regret.
That's one of the biggest 7 regrets. And the regrets were put together. If you haven't heard it before, it's like there was a palliative care nurse who her job was basically being with dying people for years, and she heard the same regrets, deathbed regrets, over and over again. And so she put them together into this thing. And so one of them was, the biggest one is, I wished I'd given myself permission to be happy, which is really good because it goes back to what we said before. It's like, my happiness for so long was defined on how I made someone else feel.
Yes.
As opposed to like, I made you happy. I made you happy. That makes me happy. No more. What makes me happy? Not what have I done to make you happy? Because that happiness is an active thing. You have to actually, and it's energetically, you have to go in and go, what actually makes me feel good if no one else is around?
But I'm going to say, not even no one else, but nothing else. Like, it's not the house. Like, you have to be happy whether or not you buy or rent, whether or not you have a car or not, whether or not you're eating at a restaurant or craft dinner. What brings you joy? Like, what joy can you find
and it is
in your everyday life? Yes.
Monks are like, they've done those MRI scans on monks and they're like super freaking happy.
I want to be a monk.
I know, well, seriously, it takes some serious work. But
Except I want to have sex.
Yeah. No.
Do monks have sex?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
The ones I'm thinking about don't.
Yeah.
And they're still really freaking happy. Like
maybe they have a spank bank. I'm the worst. I'm so going to hell. But that's okay.
The monk spank bank. Oh my
what
God.
would be a monk's? What would be in a monk's spank bank?
Fucking hell.
Oh my God. I'm a little punch drunk, tired today.
Well, shit, these mics. Fuck.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay.
So seriously, internal happiness. Yes. Let's talk about internal happiness.
Happiness.
Okay. Penis. Oh my God.
We're so off the hook today. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not sorry.
Listeners,
not sorry.
we apologize, but this
God.
is the real
it on
us.
opening fucking night. What were we thinking?
We weren't. We weren't thinking.
Okay.
So let's go down to the bottom line.
So we're gonna do one of these.
Okay, we are.
Eventually. So, but this one, and I'll talk about the other ones another day. But what can you do? Like, how can you give yourself permission to be happy? And for me, that looks like, and it was actually really hard when I started thinking about that. I was like, what actually? Apart from like, my kids make me so happy. The second they walk through the door, like I'm full of endorphins and I'm so blissed out.
Aww.
I am. And I just love them so much, but I'm also like, okay,
yeah, my kids do too.
They can't be it's not fair to them to make them responsible for my happy. So that's a great thing, but it's not the thing. The thing has to come from me first. Right. So that was like, when I kind of twigged to that, I was like, okay, fuck, what is it? And
what is
that's
it?
what honestly the last 2 years has been me searching for that. That's why we're doing the pivot year. That's why we're doing this.
Close?
I am closer now than I've ever been. But and John's so great because he says, I love your essential Janeness, which is like the essence of who you are. And he can see it. I'm like, okay, I need to see what he sees.
I get
so that I can go, okay, what and the more I can sit in my skin and just be content.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I less stuff. I'm like, I'm dishing stuff and I'm trying to recognize that I don't need a ton of. Yeah. So it's a process. So what makes me happy? I'm doing this, being authentic and real, doing theater. I'm
trying to think what makes me happy. I would love sleep. Sleep would make me happy. I don't get it.
I know.
But happiness,
that is important.
You know what happiness is? It's just, it's going to sound corny. For me, it's just love. Mm-hmm. Like filling myself and surrounding myself with love from friends, family, my partner, my animals, like the joy that I have with theater. Like that's what brings me happiness. I would not, some people would be very happy living a very quiet, alone life. Mm-hmm. Not hermits, but I'm not. Yeah. I love my downtime. But I find I'm happy being connected to other people.
Yeah, for sure. Because you're an extrovert.
Yeah, I am, but I'm not. Like I'm an extroverted introvert. Do you know what I mean?
How do you make yourself happy when you're alone?
Oh, when I'm alone?
And I'm not talking comfort. Because there's a difference, right? This is the challenge. Is like taking a nice warm bath. Yeah, that's a nice comfort. But does that bring me internal joy? What brings me internal joy?
Oh, Jane, you just brought the whole thing down. I don't know. What makes me happy?
I'm not saying that you don't need to
but
answer
you're
right now, but that's the journey. That's the
a
question.
great question because I'm saying I don't have a material thing that makes me happy, but it is with other people. So if I was all by myself, and I'm talking, you have to be happy by yourself. So if I didn't have anyone around me, what would bring me happiness? But here's the thing. Monks are, back to the monks, they're happy and they don't have anything, but they do have a brotherhood.
Yeah.
So that's I think to me, that's community and everything. I'm a monk.
No, you're not.
I'm not a monk.
With a spank bank.
I'm a naughty monk. Monk.
So you're
please no disrespect to the monks
no,
out there.
we love the monks. Your community, your soul that's connected to community.
Yeah, I am most unhappy when I can feel unhappiness. Maybe that, I hate saying the word empath, but I know I am one. Well, I am one but everybody and their friend now these days says, "Oh my God, I'm an empath."
Yeah,
I'm like, you don't really want to be one.
No.
But when I allow myself to like put my feelers out to the world and there's so much unhappiness that just like, I'm just doing it. I just felt I can't breathe. I feel nauseous. I want to cry. So I surround myself with my happiness, and my happiness is love and connection. And I try and do that in my circle, and just be me. I'm just going to be me.
This is it. And it's not about people pleasing. It's not about making other people happy.
Yeah.
It's about basking in love. Without having to be the person that's like responsible.
I also love wine. Is that wrong?
No.
Is that wrong? I'm not going to say it brings me happiness because that would mean I have a problem. And you know what? I can't even drink wine as much as I'd like to because I'm such a cheap drunk.
I know.
That
I had 2 ciders last night and I was like,
good for you.
No, I was
I didn't even finish my beer. I came home, I walked to the door, I went, "Get me a drink." And Rich said, "Really?" I'm like, "No, let's just have a gummy." And I went to bed.
I can't do gummies at all.
They help me sleep. Like when my brain is and my body was hurting.
I think I'm afraid to do them, to be honest. I think they would just, I'm afraid to do a THC gummy. I think I would just get so messed up.
Well, on our writers retreat, we each try each other's drug of choice.
Okay, you try my drugs, I'll try your drugs. Okay.